PHA, PHA, PHA.
We have on stage a motivational speaker and my dear friend Mr. Dinesh, Managing Director, RAENCO Mills. Mr. Dinesh.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you all. Audible? And I'm Dinesh from RAENCO. Been with PHA for the last, from day one rather, when it was been Southern Housekeepers Club. And of course, I've been going ahead every year giving you presentations on linen, and I think it is boring for you. But of course, again, it is the same thing, but the time given to me is very, very limited. And let me see what best you will be able to take it out from here. I just have 10 slides, and let me rush to that as well. Why RAENCO? What is the reason you should buy from RAENCO? We are not opportunists. We don't want to be an opportunist. That's a major reason why you should buy from us. And we practice high degree of ethics and gives importance to human values. People who have worked with us will know about it. They may vouch for it as well. We are very much concerned about the environment. We work towards it. And we are the company who will support you at the time of need. Many a time when customers calls up and says, tomorrow morning we want it, we have it delivered. Many a times we have done that. We are a law-abiding company. We are very clear on our billing terms. We have clarity in our billing terms, and that's one reason why you can come with us. And we are not only a vendor, we also come to you as a consultant. For your sizes, the specifications, what is new which is available, which can be used, you name it, we are there with you. And the most important part, it is your guest and we care for them. So these are the reasons why you can be with RAENCO. So taking you on to your technical specification, we have always spoken about GSM in terms of towels. But here, we like to emphasize that GSM should be also spoken in terms for linen. When you talk about 300 TC, 300 TC you can do it at 115 GSM, you can also do it at 145 GSM. The user department, many of them are not aware of it. Of course, there is likely to be a difference in the pricing, but on the longer run, when it's a 145 GSM, when it is 145 GSM, the linen life will be 30 to 40% more. 30 to 40% more will be your life of linen. And how do we get it? By just changing the yarn. This is something that housekeepers, the user department, if you are aware of it, if you can work on it, it makes a huge difference in your inventory. Our next one that we are talking to you about the bed size and the costing. For instance, your mattress size is 78 inches. 95% of the places it is 78 inches. The height of the mattress is 10 inches. So 78 inches plus 10 inches is 88 inches, and maybe another 5 inches you will be tucking in. That will be your duvet size, 92, 93 on the length part. But there are inquiries for us where the duvet, length of the duvet cover or the length of the duvet is 100 inches, 108 inches. When you do that, what happens is every time you wash, that 10% of your laundry charges goes up. That's going to be a huge saving for you. And not only that, if you take a wrong size on the duvet, every year that much of money you are likely to spend more on your duvet covers as well. So please look at that. What are the factors that influence the tearing strength of your fabric? This is a big subject, but just let me go through it in point by point. your fiber type, what is the length of the fiber, what is the mixing in it. That determines the strength of your fabric. The yarn structure, whether it's a woven or a knitted fabric. What is your fabric weight and density? We did speak about GSM now, right? That's the fabric weight. And what is the process that it has undergone? Mercerizing, singeing, anti-pilling, 0-0, biopolishing. What is the process that it has undergone? That also determines the tearing strength of your fabric. How do you enhance the tearing strength? You can use high strength fibers, long fibers. Anything to do with polyester, mix it up, that helps you out. Blending is there. And optimizing yarn and fabric consumption, and what kind of finish that you do. Certain places, we ask for mercerized fabric. We want the shine on the material. But when you mercerize a fabric, 30 washes, 40 washes, the shine slowly comes down. But if it's a bed sheet, it's a percale bed sheet, without mercerizing, an ordinary process you do it, the cost of that bed sheet is going to be lesser by at least 10%, but the life will be 100%. If you are getting 150 washes here, you can get 300 washes over there. By just not doing singeing, that process of singeing, when it is avoided, the fabric strength goes up. What are the factors that affect your product life? One is the quality of water, types of detergents that you use, what is the washing temperature, and type of ironing and pressing. This is an important point that you have to note, because every time you purchase linen from your vendors, these are the questions that you got to ask them, or you can check the samples. What is the flap of your pillow cover? Normally, when RAENCO comes to you with an 8-inch flap, we talk to you about 8 inches flap. But a vendor, when he gives you 5-inch flap, the cost of the pillow comes down by 3%. So a flap is very, very important. Only when you have an 8-inch flap, the pillow will not be shown out. Do you have an edge stitching? What is an edge stitching? Edge stitching, when you have it on the duvet cover and when it's hanging, there will be crispness. The line will be even. The duvet will not be in a hazard manner. You can have an edge stitching even on the pillow covers. And the life of a pillow cover will be enhanced when you have an edge stitching. Overlock, yes. What is your thread count? As I told you, 300 TC. How did you derive 300 TC? Is it 300 TC or it is 299 TC? 1 TC, what difference does it make? Of course, it does make a mistake. 0.5% is the cost that comes down. When you say 300 TC, what is available in the market is around 292 and 293. They make use of that standard deviation clause which is there given by you. When the standard deviation clause is 3%, obviously I can give you 291 TC and tell you that 3% it is there. But the life comes down, plus that's not the pricing for it. What is the process? What is the shrinkage that it has undergone? What is the width shrinkage and the length shrinkage? And of course the GSM as fabric as well. This a little bit in elaborate, I like to touch on this because people are talking about sustainable linen. How do you get sustainable linen? Eco-friendly cultivation, where the water consumption is being reduced at the time of cultivation. Do I use less water to process the material? Do I use minimum pesticides and fertilizers? Is my product a biodegradable one? There is a catch over here. In fact, the discarded linen, from hotels, the discarded linen is being taken these days. We can remove the yarn from it, add a little bit of polyester to it, and bring it back to you as bed sheets again. That is very much available these days. But again, by adding polyester, it does not become a biodegradable product. But does it come under sustainability? Yes, it does come. And what is the durability of fabric? We talk about linen and they say, okay, 120 washes, 130 washes is what we get. Yeah, that's the hotel standards. No. If you're able to get 300 washes, for that balance 180 washes, the linen is not getting discarded. So the water that was consumed when it was cotton is reduced. Sustainable practices in linen production. One is organic farming, ethical manufacturing, eco-friendly processing, natural dyes and finishes. In fact, we talk about wet dyes these days, but wet dye should not be used. It's not a good one. And what is the waste reduction? If you're going to discard your linen in 110 washes, 100 washes, then of course there is a waste in that as well. What are the benefits of sustainable linen? It reduced environmental impact, healthier for consumers, enhanced reputation for brands. Even a hotelier, when you have these kind of cloths that you're using sustainable linen, your value is going to go up. And again, why RAENCO? For the last a decade or so, no, in fact, for the past 2 decades, we have been part of an organization where we serve food for the needy, for the old age people, and it has been continuous for the last 2 decades we have been doing with them. And it's the same organization with whom we have been working on. And all Saturdays we have been doing this. Is one kind of a work that we are part of. Sorry. And another reason why you can be with RAENCO is 95% of the staff are women. And I'm not exaggerating, in this 30% of them are single parents. And 80%, 75 to 80% of this team, they run the family. Out of the 95%, 70 to 80%, their family is dependent on their take home. Thank you very much. Any questions which I'll be able to answer for you, ma'am? Of course, I'll have it done for you right away. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thanks.
Mr. Dinesh is a very beautiful speaker and we can listen to him for hours. He just goes in a flow. And we are very happy to hear that he's empowering women in his company. We are very delighted to hear that. May I call Mr. Anand, the manager, Pan-India manager for GRT Jewelry, to kindly felicitate Mr. Dinesh.